Hi, and welcome to the Gagoot Show on Madhouse TV. Tonight, our special guests are comedians Matt Pepitone and Eric Tartaglione. And now, here are your hosts, Rizzuti and Nicole LoMonaco.
Hey, everybody. Hey, we're all, yay. We've got the holiday days.
Yeah, we do.
We do. We've got
It's been a long week, it feels like.
Man.
I'm getting over a cold, so you guys have to excuse me. My voice is like kind of shot.
No excuses.
Her voice was really bad Saturday. But she was hilarious.
But I was there.
She was there, hilarious. How about you, Stephen?
Doing okay. You mentioned that we have the holidays coming up. Did you see... I saw, I was driving down Deer Park Avenue. Big sign on the McDonald's says, "We are open Christmas Day till 2 p.m. Really? They're open till 2 p.m.? What am I going to do for dinner? Messing up my whole meal plan.
You can get a few Big Macs and put them in the fridge and then put them in the microwave later.
That's what I'm going to have to do. Like, if you're going to be open Christmas Day, go big. Go for broke, man. Like my Christmas presents usually come with the Happy Meal.
Whoa, you're good. That's good. Oh,
that's a bit. I just wanted to try it out, see if it works.
It seems pretty good, yeah.
Thank
we'll
you.
Find out. Let Stephen Parrillo know on Facebook. What are we doing? We're all giddy.
We are delirious
We're
today,
delirious.
you guys.
Oh, because we had a Christmas party Saturday.
We did.
Had a lot of fun. A lot of people. Madhouse TV was a lot of fun. Then we went. Then I went shopping. I did Christmas shopping.
Me too.
Oh my! I wrote this on Facebook. I wrote, "I'm driving behind people who don't know how to drive. Then I'm walking behind people who don't know how to walk. And then I'm on long lines with people who don't know how to be people." Some of these people that you see, they're just... Before there was a bus outside driving here, one of those big buses. Now, on a normal day, you wouldn't see anybody around. There was a woman holding the bus up, keeping the bus from moving, standing in the street. Not where the door opens, but in the street, talking to the bus driver through the window. And you could tell the poor bus driver didn't want... And she had... This is... The people that come out for the holidays, that's why these busy shopping holidays bring out people who... This woman had something on her head. I didn't know if it was a hat. I didn't know if it was a kerchief. I didn't know if it was a tent, a napkin.
Was it a turban?
A bandana?
No, it wasn't a turban. It was like some flat cloth thing on her head.
It was a do-rag.
A do-rag.
A do-rag.
I think with a little too much dew on it.
Emphasis on the dew.
And then I went, I tried to get a sense of humor. There was a long line in one store.
I hope you try to get a sense of humor. It's a comedy show.
No, it's shopping. I should have clarified myself because I'm at the point where I'm like,
Delirious.
delirious.
That's the theme of today's episode.
It is.
There's a very long line. It was like through this one store, this long line for the register. So I'm walking to the end of it. I get to the end and there's all these women on that. And I say to one woman, I said, "Is this the line for the Springsteen tickets?" And she didn't find it funny. Nobody found it funny.
Well, they're working.
No, they were the people online shopping.
They're shopping.
And this one store has, I was like, what are all these people with these baby carriages, right? I thought all these people had baby carriages, but the store has these like carts that look like baby carriages. Yeah, I didn't want to say.
I was there too yesterday. I literally ran around for 45 minutes, got all of my Christmas shopping done in 45 minutes. I hate going shopping. I'm like the worst girl ever. I really hate going shopping.
That's great. That is great, but a lot of guys
His wife Nancy says, "Oh my God, if you were my daughter, we'd go to Bloomingdale's and we would be going shopping together."
Shopping with MWA. My wife Nancy.
I don't like any of those things. I would hate it. Don't do it.
But you would have went with me to Yankee Stadium, Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, how come I never been
Race
invited?
car, anything.
I didn't know you could come with us.
I don't like baseball.
I'm wearing your jacket for God's sake.
I know why.
I like the broad shoulders, actually.
Remember that day that you actually missed the trench coat because it gives me shoulders?
Yeah.
It's like, you look sick. Are you okay?
You could gone. Your
Yeah.
shoulders are gone.
I know. Now it's like people make fun of me that I wear it. Then I look sickly when I don't wear it. It's like I
You look
can't win.
ill. No, but when you wear a blazer, you have shoulders.
Yeah, that's true.
Just wear a
It's not
blazer.
like I don't have shoulders in real life. It's just
No,
they
they're
look
just
bigger.
like all the way down here.
Yeah.
You got to go to the gym,
Yeah.
and not just on Pizza Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, Pizza Monday.
Oh,
by the
Pizza
way.
Monday. He knows. He knows.
Yeah, that's
So-
front of my ass.
That's dedication.
Steve, did you do Christmas shopping?
I did. I did specifically Black Friday Christmas shopping.
My leg just
Oh
hurt.
wait. Oh, we can't talk. We didn't want to talk about that. Never mind. Never. I'm sorry. I can't talk about it.
About Black Friday
Yeah.
Christmas shopping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I got to the store and everything was gone. All the TVs were gone. All the stairs. Last time I go shopping in Ferguson.
Oh,
See,
man.
that's why.
Oh.
I mean, it's not. It's a looting joke.
Yeah, it's a looting joke. I know. Yeah, all right. Okay, we're trying to stay away from
I
that, but I
know.
think we're going to have a hard time tonight because we have two great guests. We have Eric Tartaglione, who, if you don't know, there is a hit show going around. A hit. We'll talk about it right now. We'll call it a play. It's called Sit Down, Shut Up, and Eat. And he also has it written in Italian. He'll tell you when he comes here later. It's becoming a really big hit. Right now it's playing in the city. My boss saw it. It came up to me and asked me if I had ever heard about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He saw it a couple of weeks ago. And when he raved about it, said he had so much fun, reminisced about things. And once he told me that, I'm a friend of Eric's, I was like, I better call up Eric. I better say, come on the show. And so we'll find out about that. And then we're supposed to have a very good friend of Steven's. And she was sick. I won't say her name because she's going to come possibly next week, but get well soon. This comic, and I've been trying to get this comic on since we started the show, and she's always wanted to. Then today she was definitely coming. She was going to be here, and she says, I didn't go to work, so I'll come down early because I have bronchitis. So
I had bronchitis too last week, and now this is the recovery of it. So stay home.
You
feel
gave
better.
her your bronchitis.
Well, you know.
how?
I
Well,
said she's like Michael Clark Duncan from the Green Mile. I could take it from your boss. I could make the pain go away, boss.
This is one of the greatest stories.
I love that movie.
And the book. I read the book first. And not much about comedy, but Stephen King isn't much of a comedian.
Well, he's more of a
it
horror,
had-
but that movie, like the movie, wasn't really scary.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was just one of those really good movies.
yeah.
I think it's one of my top 10 movies of all time.
Me
Wow.
too.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
It's not one of your. What is one of your top 10 movies?
A League of Their Own.
Okay.
Yeah, I cry every time at the end. Like when I say I cry, like I'm hysterical crying because all the old ladies are old. They're just so old, and they just want to play baseball. And Jimmy Dugan's dead, and they like post his face, and he's just dead. And I'm like, and I cry like a baby, like an infant. It's so sad.
Me and her have a highly ranked movie that we both like. Clue.
We love Clue.
You know,
You do. You
Yeah,
love
that's-
Clue. And it has 3 different endings.
Yes.
Yeah, we watch it with all 3 different endings.
Yeah.
It's so great. It's
It's
such
so
a good.
good.
It's so funny.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Flames from the side of my face, breathing, heaving.
Mrs. White was a goth chick.
She was.
I saw that in the movies, and I saw it twice because
Yeah,
it had a different ending
Mhm.
and for different
good.
showings. So I went to 2. I didn't go to the 3rd one. I was like, but it made
once
me
if you get the
laugh.
same one again.
No, because I knew it tells you to go
Oh.
for ending A, B, or C.
Oh, I did. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
when it came out in theaters.
Well, when you
It
get
was
the
like 80.
DVD,
It was in the 80s.
It was
right?
like 83, 84.
Yeah.
when you get
something.
the DVD, you get all 3 endings.
Endings, but part of the way to get you to go to see the movie was that it had 3 different endings, so you had to go. So they didn't show you all 3 different. You had to go to the
Right.
showing, so they had
That's
A,
cool.
B, and C.
She likes Peacock, but I like Wadsworth and Professor Plum.
Yeah, Mrs.
Yeah.
Peacock is my lady.
Oh yeah,
She's
yeah.
my lovely lady.
She was the one that was. I can't think of her name. Very attractive. She was wearing the
No,
blue.
that was Miss Scarlet.
Miss Scarlet?
Miss Peacock was like the old lady with the glasses who was very dramatic.
Oh,
and
yeah?
Crazy. You know,
Oh, that, I know her too. She played the drill sergeant in Private Benjamin.
Did she?
Yeah, it's possible.
Anyway,
I remember,
it's
like,
been a while.
last year, she was in the news.
All right, yeah, let's get...
All right.
Anyway, we're going to go to a quick Alfredo Gagoots video. Greatest hits, I'm sorry. A lot of people have been saying to me, Benny, we want new Alfredo. I promise new Alfredo's on the way. I've been busy right now shopping because I'd rather have my wife happy than the fans seeing my wife, Nancy. So we're going to go to Alfredo Gagoots. Then we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with Matt Pepitone, our first guest. You're watching The Gagoots Show on Madhouse TV. Ciao, my friends. Before we go to the part 2 of... Ciao, my friends. You know me, Alfredo Gagoots, a celebrity chef. And before we go to the part 2 of Alfredo Cooks, Alfredo Fettuccine, Alfredo Fettuccine. Ciao, my friends. You know me. I love the USA. I love America. God bless America. So when I want to teach you American how to cook a good Italiano food. So some of you want to know about the Gagoots. This is the Gagoots. Today we don't cook the Gagoots, but I want you to see it's a longer squash from my homeland, Sicily. And I come from the town of Cottabalota. I know, kiddie or not, Cottabalota, we make the best ricotta. A lot of people in America, you buy ravioli in a can. Are you kidding me? Ravioli in a can? I got a friend, he died eating a ravioli in a can. His grandmother caught him in the kitchen and beat the hell out of him with a cane. Disgraziato. So one of you got a nice big pot. You got the garlic. You get some nice virgin olive oil. Good luck trying to find a virgin in this neighborhood. You know what I'm going to talk about. Before you cook the Gagoots, the first thing, you don't want to chop it right away, okay? We don't make a circumcision. This is no bris. This is a cooking show. Okay? First you want to massage your Gagoots. Excuse me. Oh, my English is not too good. It's no massage. You want to wash your Gagoots. You want to make sure your Gagoots is clean. You don't want any STDs on your Gagoots. STD is a Siciliano Tortellini Disgraziato, which is they look down on you if you eat a cleaner Gagoots. They look down, it's like you eat a leftover tortellini. Nobody does it. Or you don't put a sauce on the tortellini, you put a butter on the tortellini. That's a STD. Siciliano Tortellini Disgraziato. Hey, my friends, welcome back. Virgin olive oil. I got an extra virgin olive oil because I know with a Gagoots like this, she's gonna be a virgin no more. And then Sicily, Cottabalota, we make the best ricotta. I'm still stirring over here. I like to dance. You like to dance? I like to eat. I like to dance. I think I left something in the bottom of my pants. Wooden spoons. One wooden spoon you use. You stir. What do you make? Okay, you stir. What do you make? And then the other one you gotta heat the kids a little bit. I don't know one Italiano who wasn't not afraid of a wooden spoon. I'm not talk abuse, but one time you need a little bit on the behind, a scarabinga. Scarabinga learned to cook and be a good kid. Be good to your parents, love your parents because they love you. Now remember and don't forget, Alfredo Gaguzzi, he loves you. Ciao. Hey, I'm making this up as I go along.
Chatting.
Peppercorn.
And we're back on the Gagoot Show, and our first guest, Matt Pepitone. Just kidding, Pepitone. Hi.
Wow, thanks. Hi,
Thank
Nicole.
you for coming.
Hey, buddy, how you
Benny,
doing?
always great to see you.
Same here. Matt and I would go way back. He's one of him and our other guest Eric are two guys that I've had the pleasure of being on the same stage with,
Yeah.
and they're a lot of fun.
And I've also had the pleasure of being on the stage with Eric.
Right.
So it's like a reunion here.
It is. It's like a little reunion.
Reunion tour.
So what have you been doing lately? Have you been performing anywhere?
I've been doing nothing. I left my wife,
Yes.
and I have the best girlfriend in the world. I'm really happy now.
Awesome.
So I don't need the approval of random strangers anymore. So I've been kind of taking it easy, not on purpose, and I couldn't resist when I got the call from you, Benny. I had to jump back in,
And we're going to do a show. You see, we're planning to do a Gagoots Road show in a theater. And I want Nicole to MC it, and Steve and I are going to be on it, and whoever else that's going to be on the show has to have been on the Gagoots show.
Right.
On
Awesome.
TV.
See
it'll
that?
be so-
Comedy's like the mob. You always get sucked back in, You never get away. And by the way, I love the couch. This looks like what used to be Bill Cosby's couch, right?
The big red couch.
The big red couch. Oh, Mr. Cosby.
Plenty of room.
I don't want a Jell-O pudding pop.
Still, I didn't want to bring him up on the show, but he was one of my idols. And I love the guy. I used to play his albums to sleep.
Is that why you wanted a younger co-host, Benny? Is that what this was about?
See, here's my problem with Bill Cosby. My problem is he took away the Little Rascals.
That's a problem with a lot
Give
of
us the
people.
Little Rascals back.
And we'll forget everything.
And
he's
we'll
done.
forget,
But
rape
is that
anybody
true
you
with
want.
The Little Rascals?
He
Is that
did. He bought the Little Rascals, and he took it out of syndication. You can't see the Little Rascals anymore because Bill Cosby apparently doesn't like the way Buckwheat was portrayed. So
that's your only problem with
that's
Bill.
my problem. And he's a bit of a racist. Other than that, he's great,
You know,
And I don't think he's that funny, but a lot of people do.
You
I'm
don't
a
think-
George Carlin kind of guy.
Yeah,
I like
that was
George
your
Carlin.
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
George Carlin?
George
was your
Carlin.
guy?
And Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald, I think,
yeah?
is the best.
Really?
Yeah.
I could
Now
see
that George
in-
Carlin died.
If people saw your act, I could see the Norm Macdonald thing. Very funny. I'll tell you a couple of stories about Matt. We did a show called Benstock,
Right.
which you'd like to know about, and he'll tell.
Yeah.
Now,
I was going to ask. but
all
you
right,
beat me to
go
it.
ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was curious to know what it was about. He mentioned a little bit of it.
It was like Woodstock, only in Benny's backyard. There was no mud, and everyone had their tops on. And he had this stage that floated over from the tsunami in Japan. And it was good. We had a great time. He had, friends and family.
Tell
were
him why
there.
you say it floated, because it had
It
had these labels on it.
Yeah, it had like Japanese writing and stuff, and I think he plucked it out of the ocean. But it worked. It was nice. It was a nice stage, and his friends were there. His family was there, and nice people. Nice people. There were a lot of them. We had fun. I had a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Was it just you guys that were telling jokes that day, or were there other people?
Yeah, pretty much it was just us telling jokes. There was some other comics there.
Key Fitz
But,
was there.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Key was there.
Key
No,
was
Key
there.
was at the second one.
No,
He was-
both.
Really?
Yeah. he was
Okay,
in
all
both.
right. There were 3 comics telling jokes.
Okay. I feel like there's the end of Wayne's World too, when he's like, "If you book them, they shall come."
Yes. And then there was some comics trying to tell jokes. But yeah, it was good.
And my son emceed it.
Oh, your
So
I
son-
still
son
have that
Ryan?
button.
Ryan.
If I had a little more, time, I would have stopped and got my Ben Stock button.
Oh.
Yep.
He raced here because he had to replace the person.
I
who
did.
had bronchitis.
I came right from work.
Oh, well, thank you.
My dedication to comedy that I don't do anymore.
But you have to get back on the stage.
But here I am.
Do you miss it?
Do I miss it? I actually don't. It's
No,
weird.
none.
But it's nice to be here. I met a lot of nice people doing comedy. Everybody,
Nice people?
everybody says, comedians, they're horrible people, and everyone hates everybody. I've met nothing but nice people, except one, and I won't get into it on the show. It was a long time ago, But everybody, I made a lot of good friends
That's cool.
doing comedy,
How long were you doing it?
and that's why I'm here, because I consider Benny a friend.
Oh, he is.
It's great.
He's a good friend. How long have you been doing comedy before you decided you don't want to do comedy?
I guess it was like 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it went by really fast. It happened as an accident. A person I worked with, who unfortunately passed away, Lou Matos, great guy. He's a butcher in one of the stores I worked in. He also DJ'd on the side, and he asked me to bring my band to the 620 Lounge that used to be on Waverly Avenue in Holbrook. It's no longer there. And I said, Lou, I haven't played drums in like 20 years, but I'll throw together a stand-up for you, and I'll do that. He's like, yeah, you would do that? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. I did the show at the 620. Somebody was there that thought I was funny and gave me a gig at Katie's in Smithtown.
Oh.
And then just from there, it just kept going and going. I had no intention of ever doing comedy.
It just
I
happened.
really didn't. I'm like one of those, I'm a little nuts. So everything's
all?
funny to me, and there's a joke everywhere. And I just joke around all day in my normal life. So it was kind of fun to do it, and sometimes get paid for it, and yeah, it was a rush.
Fun. I love it. I mean, it's something different about being funny in mixed company, and then the satisfaction of being funny in front of an audience.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. In fact, one of the last shows I did was at Stony Brook University. We did a fundraiser, and I had Stevie GB on it and Les Deegan, 2 of my favorite local guys. And it was great. There was like 400 people there,
Wow,
and I was
that's
like,
pretty
well,
cool.
you know what? I don't think it's going to get any better than this for me. And then I wrapped up with a couple small shows, and then
That was it.
yeah, so I'm on vacation, but
All right, he's on
I guess I'm coming back.
But his material was a lot about his his wife.
Yes,
His
yes.
ex-wife.
Yeah, a lot of marriage stuff, truth-based stuff. She really didn't support my comedy career. She used to say things like, you stink, and I always told her, I said, I'm going to be the next George Carlin. So she bought me a rope for my birthday, and and then I knew it was over.
That was it.
I like to tell a story. I think we're going to take a break. And when I first met you, I did a show for Mike Dillon's show it was the Holiday Inn.
Yes.
I remember doing it. I wound up doing it for Mike. I had 15 people come. The place was packed room, and everybody was young. They were all young. The only person that looked around my age was Matt, and he went up, and he was very funny. It was very funny, and through the show, there was this super attractive woman do you remember her? With the long black straight hair. She looked like her clothes were painted on. That's how perfect her clothes fit her. She was.
I actually don't. Go ahead.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you what happened. He went up, so after he went up, and I didn't go up yet. I was going up later. So I went over and talked to him because he was funny, and we started having a conversation. And then that girl walked by, and I said, you ever notice, and she had a terrible look, like very mean, like, and super attractive. So I said to him, do you ever notice every comedy show has that one super attractive girl with no sense of humor?
Yep.
And she turned around, and shot me a glance, and he said, "And very good hearing." and I loved him from then on.
And I just have
then,
very bad memory, so.
And then, all right, and then, as you know, it's tough to get into a lot of comedy shows. You got to do your own.
Right.
And so I was doing so many bringers, and I'm in my 50s, and I'm doing bringers. I thought, it'd be nice, all these people who have come to my bringer shows, to do a barbecue in my backyard and do a show. And I asked Matt, and then he was into it. And we actually had like 4 comics that night.
Right.
And then the following year we had more. The following year we had like
you
6,
told me
7.
Yeah, they were beating down the door the following year. Yep.
You should do another one.
I will. This year I went to the Baseball Hall of Fame, so that money's got to come from somewhere.
We got to get a little mud, though, next time for
Yeah.
the whole Ben Stock
Yeah, and
experience.
I like that. We should have a mud party.
Yep.
All right,
and at that show that we did together, I loved the Italian Mafia fashion show. That's
she could do it,
that's a great bit.
And I came out
I heard
with
you caught a little slack for that recently, the Italian Mafia.
Yes, we'll talk about that later. A guy wanted to, he got pretty angry with me. He said, call me a racist. He said, when I was doing, the way I was insulting Sicilians was like calling an African American the N-word. That was his exact quote.
Oh,
but he screamed it out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well, you're doing, and I'm like, sorry, you're Sicilian. You're damn right I'm Sicilian.
Oh, my God.
And then he left, and I think, Don Corleone, I want to put a hit on Benny Gagoots. Benny Gagoots, he's
some
an
people have no
insult
sense
to
of
you.
humor. You got to be able to laugh at yourself.
You do. I mean, because Italians have done great things.
Right.
We invented the telephone.
We did.
We did. First words ever said on it were, I'd like to order 2 pies, a calzone.
Yeah.
You have garlic knots? All right. Well, we're going to be back. We're going to take a quick break. And then we'll be back with Eric Tartaglione. You're watching The Gagoot Show on Madhouse TV. What? Okay.
We're back. And we're back.
We're back. We're really the Googly Gagoots twins over here. We're delirious.
We've had it today, you guys.
We're back with our very special guest, Eric Tartaglione.
Thank you.
Stand-up comedian. Also right now in a hit, not really a play. It's known as a...
It's a plomedy. It's a play. It's an off-Broadway show. It's a
Off-Broadway
plomedy,
show.
a play, the first of its kind. A play that features stand-up comedy. It's called Shut Up, Sit Down, and Eat.
And also, you say it in Italian?
State zitti, sedete, e mangi. But we do. It's a show about 4 Italian Americans that show up for group therapy. The therapist never shows up. You don't have to be Italian, but most of it's universal. There are a couple of things that are very Italian-oriented that you would have to be to understand. But for the most part, you can just, it's about love, it's about family, it's about food, and how they all drive you crazy.
So it's 4...
I love it. I get goosebumps right now thinking about it.
And right now, you're performing this comedy in
Actually,
the
right
city?
now I'm here.
No.
To be honest, but no. But on Sundays, we're through the end of the year. We're going to be we're at the Snapple, like the drink, the Snapple Theater Center, 50th and Broadway, and they're looking to extend the run possibly because we're doing so well. In fact, we're almost sold out for the last 3 shows.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really going phenomenally. Again, it's something different. We took our stand-up acts. There's 4 of us. It's myself, Tina Georgi, Joe Maffa, and Chris Monti. And we wrote a show around our stand-up acts, and it's never been done before. There have been one-man shows where people wrote a play, one-person play around their stand-up, but this is the first time it's been done with 4 of us. And it's worked out, and people are saying, how come no one ever thought of this before? Don't know. All I know is it's been a phenomenal success. We were nominated for an award, Best Unique Theatrical Experience, by the Off-Broadway Alliance.
Wow.
So there you go. So we're
I can't wait
cruising
to
along.
see it.
Me too. And my wife, Nancy, keeps bugging me. We have to go see Eric's play. We have to go. And so I want to see it. It's just, one thing.
No, I understand.
Now, when will you be back on Long Island?
Good question. We're speaking with various theaters at this point, but we don't know. I don't have a date right just yet for coming back, but we will be back. But you can see us in the city. In fact, they're trying to
How many
really...
nights a week are you there?
Well, we're there just on Sundays. It's a 5:15 show, which is unusual. 5 o'clock. But we're at the Snapple Theater. It's the Bernstein Theater. It's on the 4th floor, and we're selling the place out. We're actually causing havoc because the second show can't get started until our crowd leaves.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
That's
That's
awesome.
what it's
Yeah.
supposed to be doing. That's great.
Yes, it's really worked out. Again, it's again about food and it's about family. There's a couple of things. We solved the Italian Civil War. Yes, we do. The Italian Civil War is solved. That's a public service that we provide. Yes, the Italian Civil War. It is the concept that has pitted brother against brother, mother against son, for generations. The Italian Civil War. Is it sauce or is it gravy? That's in the show. And if we have enough of an Italian audience, sometimes they yell out.
They do, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
we actually argue it on stage.
That's awesome.
There you go.
I have cousins that, I've said gravy, like I was dating an Italian girl, I said gravy, and my cousin's like, Benny, sauce, Benny, sauce. And
As
the
I'm telling you,
flames
and
in
it
her
people
eyes.
get excited. But again, you don't have to worry. You come to our show, we solve it. It gets the sauce part gets delineated, the gravy part gets understood. Everybody's happy, and people still argue with me after the show. It's unbelievable.
That sounds like a phenomenal concept, the whole...
It is. You know what it is? We're not the Jersey Shore. We're not the Sopranos. It's about real people.
Yeah.
It's about real life stuff. And again, most of it is universal.
So how do you mix You say that it's like all your acts, you just took bits from your acts?
Well,
and
right.
worked-
What happens is we come up, we say, listen, what do you want to talk about from your act? It's got to be character-driven, stuff from our acts that relate to us personally, not necessarily observational humor, but stuff about us.
Right.
So we say, okay, I want to do this certain joke. And then what happens is, or a certain bit or a certain chunk of material, and what happens is the dialogue will set it up. And what we'll do is, I have a joke about witness protection, okay? And it's about being an Italian in Utah, okay? Now, what we do is we set it up in the dialogue that they mention Utah. And I say, Utah, don't remind me, I got stuck in the airport there once. Those three freeze. I get up, go to the audience, and do my bit. Then I come back in, we unfreeze and keep going. So instead of like breaking out into song like a musical, we break out into comedy.
Oh, that's awesome.
And what happens? And some of the bits are dialogued in, and some of them are monologues where we're actually freezing, and one of us is going to the crowd. But some of it again is part of dialogue. In fact, I have a joke that Joe gives me the setup, I do the punchline, and it looks like it's a natural part of the conversation. So that's how it works. So that's what we were able to. It's a hybrid in that sense. And again, nobody ever thought of it. To do it, again, with one person, yes, but never with 4 people.
I'm so happy for you, too.
Yeah, me
because
too.
I've done comedy with you.
Yes.
Don Sill wrote an article about us in Good Times
2000.
magazine. In 2000.
Yes,
And
that's
you
when I
were the
first
MC.
started.
He was following me, and then he wound up writing it about me, but with the mentioned Eric Tartaglione, rising comic.
It's funny, that's
You were
when I
the MC,
started.
yeah.
I just started. I took a comedy class on Long Island, Stand-Up University.
Right.
I was in that one.
I know.
Yeah.
I know you were.
Yeah.
I know that and Nicole was in it, but I actually came down one night, the night that
Oh,
you were
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. What happened was I was an actor for years, and I got so disgusted, and I said to my wife, let me take a stand-up class. I had done a play in the city, and it was so awful. I was dressed up in this white outfit, head to toe, and it was like this paper mache. It was breaking. I looked like a sperm. I wasn't really a sperm, but I looked like it, and I was carrying these cans of tomato sauce, and I was putting them down, and we were walking on this imaginary grid, me and this other actor. It was this avant-garde piece of crap. And I said, I'm so disgusted, I had enough. I said, let me take a class in stand-up. She said, go ahead. And then I never looked back. And I just, I just never looked back. And then it led to somebody, Joe Maffa, on the show saying, listen, I'd like to write something. And he knew I had all this acting experience. I'd had 15 years before I even did comedy.
So how long have you been doing comedy?
14 years.
Okay.
I was an actor for 15 years before that, in Long Island, in New York, various places. And used my theater connections, actually, to help the show get off the ground, too. We did it in various places on Long Island from theaters that I'd worked. So there you go. It all came together for me in this show. And it turns out we're we're a hit. We've been working in New York for over a year. We did another theater downtown, the Players.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the Players Theater, which was a great space too.
I remember that's another one that Nancy said, yeah, you didn't take me there either.
This, I can tell you this, the Snapple Theater is it's a lot nicer. First of all, there are bathrooms. No, I mean, the Players Theater is actually next to Cafe Wah, which is a famous rock club. One of the most famous rock clubs in the history of New York. And we shared a bathroom with the Cafe Wah at the Players. But you had to go downstairs. It was musty. The Snapple Theater is much nicer.
How many people does it hold?
Close to 200.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And how long has the play been?
We started writing it in September of 2009. March of 2011, we put it on for the first time. We've done it 141 times. Wow. And so it's not even 4 years old.
Now, when you do it 141 times, right? Now, when you do that, is there anything that ever changes? Or?
Yes, we had a different. Good point. We had a different director come in. We had Tom Ingegno was our original director, and he actually was technically one of the co-authors. But we replaced him with a woman named Eve Brandstein, who was the director. She was a casting director and a theater director as well, and a TV director. There was a comedy called ER back in the day, not the drama. It was a comedy called ER, and she had directed episodes of that. She was also the casting director for one of the most iconic comedies of all time. It was a music satire called This Is Spinal Tap.
Get out of here.
She was the casting director for This Is Spinal Tap. And she saw the show, she was interested, and she wound up cleaning it up. We changed the little things. We changed the beginning to introduce ourselves a little better. She cut some things, made the show run a little smoother. So about half of the run has been under her direction, half was under Tom's. Regardless, we had a great run, but we made it a little more, say, theater savvy. We made it a little more palatable for the theater folk.
Now, is it like 18 and older, or you could bring kids?
We've had kids. It's PG. Okay, but it's not G-rated, but it's PG, and we've had kids that are 10 years old there, and nobody's really nobody's had a problem. Right. We actually had somebody that was so young they never heard of Frank Sinatra. Okay, so that'll show you how young we've had that, and we've had people in their 90s. In fact, we're a great show for seniors. So.
Yeah, thanks.
For Benny.
We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back after this to wrap it up with all our guests. Eric, always a pleasure. Thank you. You're watching The Gagoot Show on Madhouse TV.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com. My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
You look like
With the
you
bob.
should have.
Welcome back. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back, and we're all here now with our wonderful Stephen Parrillo, Matt Pepitone,
Wonderful.
and Eric Tartaglione.
Yay.
And
Yay.
I believe Stephen has a couple of questions.
Yes. Tell us about Last Comic Standing.
Well, I was on very briefly. I was part of a montage of New York comics. I told 4 jokes to them, and 2 of them got on the network, which, you know, I didn't get accepted, I didn't get moved along, but it was a lot of fun.
You want?
Anyway.
That sounds like a depressing story. Why do you want me to ask that?
No. This is the interesting part.
Oh, okay.
The interesting part is I was on, 10, 15, 20 seconds, whatever it was. I walk into a 7-Eleven that I frequent maybe once a month. The guy goes, "Saw you on TV." And people, "Saw you on TV." And it was amazing, the power of television. It is amazing. I was on so briefly. I must have had 7 or 8 comments from different people saying, "I've seen you. I saw you on there." It was amazing. It was fun.
I saw him, and the funny thing was, later on that summer, we went to the Garlic Festival.
Yes.
And I had seen him with Ryan. Ryan never met him.
Sunrise.
And I
Wait a
said,
minute, there's a
Eric
festival
Tartag-
for garlic?
Yeah, there was a garlic festival.
There was a
Hey, look.
Garlic Festival.
Was
Who-
Melvin Garlic there?
Melvin Garlic. He might have been. I didn't know him then.
Sorry.
So we went to the Garlic Festival, and it might have been Melvin Garlic's family reunion. so he comes up to me, and Ryan's like, "Eric Tartaglione from Last Comic Standing."
I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It was fun to see. It was not the greatest experience at the moment because I didn't move along, but it was fun to see it when it was there, and it was surreal to turn on the TV and see you on it.
Yeah.
It was weird.
It is.
It really was weird. I taped it back in I have it on.
Is
you know,
anybody
VHS,
still?
not that-
Anybody still asking
How
about
No. You know what? You know what? At a gig recently, somebody did say that they thought I have one of those faces that's kind of familiar. Anyhow, people tell me that they always knew me, but they thought that they saw me on television. So it was actually recently was the last time, a week or two ago. But at this point, now it's 4 years later. I'm not sure if that's the actual memory or not.
4 years, wow, time flies.
Sure.
And Matt, what are your holiday plans?
What am I? Well, I'm trying to save money, so I'm cutting back a little. Thanksgiving this year, instead of going to watch the balloons get blown up, I went over to Hoboken. I watched them inflate Chris Christie. That was nice. I saved money, and then I don't go to the tree lighting either. I stay away from that. What I do is I go after Christmas for when they drag the tree out to the curb.
Yeah.
That's always fun, and it's less crowded.
Now, before we go, you wanted to mention that.
Yeah, before we go, we want to hold up. This is the logo for sit down, shut up.
It's
and
Eric,
eat.
shut up, sit down and eat.
Shut up,
Shut
sit
up,
down, and
sit
eat.
down.
There you go. That's it. That's okay. It's a common mistake.
That's what my father used to say to me, though. Shut up, sit down, and
There
eat.
you go. We thought it was
You
a
touch
perfect.
that last pork chop, I'll break your arm.
My mom says
Break your
something like
legs,
that
right?
to
They
me.
used to break your legs. It's great. My father used to say, am I hamming this up? My father used to say, you might have heard this term, go scratch your butt in Macy's window.
Yes, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Your father sounded like a real pip there, Benny.
He grew up in the city. My father would have loved this show.
Yeah.
He would, rest in peace, he would have loved it. He would. Yeah. He loved the movie Fatso. That was like one of his favorites.
Right, sure. Well, it was, yeah. I mean, you want to say it's along that line.
It is. It's kind of
In a way. Well, it's just that it's family oriented. That's what you need
And
to
with
know.
the stand-up, mixing it sounds brilliant. I really do.
Well, thank you. You know what happens is we already had the jokes. It's called writing backwards in a sense. You already have the funny, and then you made a story around it. So that's what we did. And it turns out it's not really that. The secret weapon of the whole thing is the chemistry between the four of us. I'm, the henpecked husband, the hyper type of guy. Joe Moffa's the divorced, sort of quote-unquote loser that's been divorced a couple of times with kids, that was a gambler. Chris Monte's a gambler that lives home with his mother. And Tina Georgie, absolutely nothing wrong with her. And she's very, very straight-laced, and, she works as a foil for us.
Really, I've seen her. I believe over the summer also. I've seen her perform. Very funny.
She's tremendous, yeah. She's been on The Late Show with Craig Ferguson. Chris Monte was in the movie The Business of Comedy. Oh, yeah, we've got some, my credits are the least compared to the other three. But
You may have seen him at Peppercorns. That was the last time I worked with Eric.
Yeah.
I try to forget those things. But
That's my place.
You did
Peppercorns.
great.
I own that place.
Hey, you did great. I'm the one who bombed that
Peppercorn.
place.
That's right.
Matt Peppercorn. That's
That's right. That's my
What
place.
is
I
it?
own that.
I think you should use that name the next time you go up.
A lot of people call me that.
Matt Peppercorn.
Surprised
It
how
comes
people
out
mangle
naturally.
Pepitone.
that's a great name, Pepitone. Like Joe Pepitone.
Yeah, like
You
Joe
related?
yeah,
Pepitone.
you're
Yeah, I
right.
get that all the
I
time.
keep getting it mixed
Joe
up with those
Pepitone.
Pantone
That's
booklets.
my,
And sometimes I like
I
to
never
mess
too
with
young,
people,
that's
and
right.
I'll say, "Yeah, I'm related." They'll want to hear a Joe Pepitone story about like when he shot someone in the knee.
How you got kicked out of Sayville.
Yeah, how I got kicked out of Sayville.
We're going to go. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much. Say goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching the Gagoot Show.
night,
Thank you
all.
guys for being on
Good night,
the Gagoot
everybody.
Show.
Goodbye.
And we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel. Same
Save everything.
same everything.
What?
So long.
My wife Nancy.
Farewell.
Nancy.
Arrivederci. Bon voyage.
Bon voyage.